Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name is David, and we are doing a podcast. We're doing a podcast, and this is only the fourth one I think I've ever done, and it's called Talking to Strangers. And the entire premise is that I am talking to a stranger, talking to Kody Hildebrand today, who he and I have never spoken before, right? We've never spoken before.
No, it's the first time.
And we're talking about how we as magicians should get out of our mom's basement and get out there and start performing for strangers, start meeting strangers. How do you do that? How do you walk up to somebody cold? Is that a good idea? Maybe different venues that we could be in, could be out on the
Yeah.
street. Who knows? So excited to talk to you today.
Hell yeah, man. It's
And
gonna be fun.
of course, I think me, like everybody else, been watching you out on the TikTok, blowing it up at
Oh, stop.
761,000 followers. That's incredible. I didn't even know there was 761,000 people that were into magic. That's so awesome.
Thanks, man. It's definitely been a journey for sure. It's been one hell of a ride. Um, I actually was losing followers a lot for the last like couple of years. I took a couple of different hiatuses for various reasons. The last one was just like strictly mental health derivative, but when you don't post every day, the algorithm gets mad at you
Yeah.
and you just I lost like 40,000 followers in like 2 years. Went sub 700,000, and now we're just cruising again because there was a trend going around with the Friends from the Other Side song from Princess
Yeah.
and the Frog.
Yeah.
And like respectfully, it was a bunch of like non-magicians just
Yeah.
doing, standard basic tricks that like anybody can learn. And they looked great. And I'm like, hey,
I could do that.
I can definitely do that. And it turns out people like it when professionals hop on to trends. So
Yeah.
here we are, man.
And I'm sure a lot of people know you from TikTok. Just for anybody else watching, just kind of fill them in. Like, what's your magic like scene? Like, where are you performing? What kind of
Yeah.
audiences are you interacting with? What you doing?
So I definitely need to pick a niche for sure, but like, cause I'm all over the place. But I specialize in magic for Comic Cons, comedy clubs. That's just where I shine the most. But I've also done corporate gigs. I do Ren fairs every now and again. Um, we just really branched away from the birthday party scene as much as we possibly could.
Good. But you did that before. Did you
Sorry?
ever do? But you did do that.
Oh yeah, when I first started, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because kids are the best teachers for audience members, for sure, in my opinion. Because like you're never gonna have worse hecklers than a child that thinks they know better than you.
Oh yeah.
Because they will not hide it. So if you can learn how to handle that, and if you can learn how to just walk through it, you'll be fine. You can do any comedy club you want after that.
How long have you been into magic?
So I got into magic when I was 19.
Oh, okay. Wow.
That yeah, really late. That was
Yeah.
12 years ago. Um
Wow.
yeah, I've only been doing magic for 12 years.
That's
Shocks
crazy.
everybody.
Yeah.
Um but yeah, it was like magicians all have the same story, which is funny because like
Yeah.
we're like all between like 4 and 8. We got the magic kit for our birthday or for Christmas, and we were
Yeah.
hooked ever since, right?
Yeah.
Um I learned like my grandfather taught me a card trick when I was like 7. It was a self-working card trick, 21 cards, three
Yeah.
piles. A lot of us know it. It was a card trick that my grandfather and his like engineering buddies used to do all the time, right? And I carried that with me for years. Loved watching magic, right? Like I loved watching David Blaine on TV. Like that was always super cool.
Yeah.
And then fast forward to when I was 19, I go to visit my my now wife, at the time my girlfriend. Um well, she was at college, and a friend of hers showed me a trick I hadn't seen before. It was another self-working trick, and I showed her the one my grandfather showed me. We taught each other how to do it. Go back home after the weekend, and I just immerse myself in YouTube tutorials after that. And
Wow.
then, yeah, and then eventually I found like the proper resources. Like YouTube's a great way to get your foot in the door for sure.
Sure. Yeah.
But then I was introduced to like books, to downloads. I learned better from like a visual perspective. But
Yeah.
yeah, then the rest is history. Got a mentor, made a really great friend named Brian Miller, who's a corporate magician, but also primarily now just a speaker that does magic.
Mhm.
And he took me under his wing for a while. So shout out Brian. And he showed me that like this is actually possible as a career, and that's all I wanted after that. So
Do you remember like the first time you like walked up to somebody that you didn't know at all and just said, "I'm gonna show this person a magic trick"? Like you just had it in your mind that you were gonna do that?
yeah, so when I was first learning how to do like all of like my stuff from like YouTube, there was one channel that I really liked called Disturb Reality.
Yeah.
And yeah, you Jarek 120 for flashback, bro. Let's go. And I was like, this is exactly what like David Blaine used to do. This is like the street magic stuff. This is the really cool stuff. And I want to do this, but how do I get from here to there? And it's I started just kind of like picking people out at my local like mall that I used to work. I had like a day job at the mall. And I would just like go up to people in the mall, just be like, "Hi, sorry to bug you. My name's Kody. I do magic tricks. Would you guys like to see something?" And some people were honest. They were like, "No, I'm good.
Yeah.
That's like go away." Other people were like, "Yeah, I want to see a magic trick. What do you got?" And yeah, that's pretty much it. So
Did that encourage, like, whatever happened, did that encourage you to keep doing it? Like, did you feel motivated? Like, oh, this is what I want to do.
yeah, so I mean, like I have like I call it approach anxiety. I
Mhm.
get a lot of anxiety of just like walking up to people in the first place and just being like, "Hi, would you mind stopping what you're doing for 5 minutes and pay attention to me?"
Right.
Because like that's not cool, right? People could be in the middle of something and you don't want to interrupt something important. So um I ended up just trying to like how do I phrase this? Um I basically just had to teach myself how to get over it. Like it was one of those things where it's like, if this is what you want to do, you got to get over it. You got to get past the whole like, excuse me kind of thing. And you just got to do it. And now when I have strolling gigs and I do like, like people hopping and all that stuff, I will have moments where like at the beginning I'm like, I don't know any of these people. I don't want to get in the way. But as soon as I start, that's it. Literally
Yeah.
like that's probably like the best advice too I could give to like newbies is just start. Because like once you start, then you get more comfortable with it and then you get into that like rhythm, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And once you're in that rhythm, that's it. Like you just go. You just do whatever you want.
Right. Do you have like do you have a go-to line in your head now when you approach somebody? Like, do you have do you have pattern for approaching?
Yeah, it's like I try to be as polite as possible about it because again, you are interrupting people, right?
Yeah.
So I try to just be as cordial as I possibly can, no matter what setting I'm at, whether it's like some 18, 21 plus night, or if it's like a corporate event, a wedding, whatever it is, right? I will go up to a group of people, just be like, "Hi, sorry to bother you. My name is Kody Hildebrand. I'm the magician for tonight. Would anyone here like to see a magic trick?" And that's honestly enough. From what I've seen, it's usually enough.
Yeah.
Because again, people will either politely say no, thank you, or they'll be so into it. And then by then people will be like, they'll like start grabbing their friends. They'll be like, yo, you got to see this guy. This is the guy. So they start like grabbing their friends. They'll start bringing their friends over. Or once you like start with that one group of people, now you feel more comfortable in that setting. You just keep going and just keep riding that. So
Yeah. When you approach a group in your head, are you thinking like, oh, they're definitely going to want to see something, or you're thinking, I don't know, they're kind of, I don't know, they might not, they might say no. Like, can you size up people when
yeah,
you walk up?
yeah. Big thing with that is being able to like read the room. So like if you know how to read a room, great. If you can't read a room, learn because like you're gonna have those people that very clearly do not want to be bothered, right? I've learned that if I see people that are like laughing and joking around with each other and like the body language suggests that they're already having a great time, those are the people that I want to talk to.
Okay.
Like those are the people that I definitely want to show like magic to because they're already like showing signs of having fun and enjoying themselves. So those are the people that I can definitely add to this. Um, there have been instances where there have been people who are like, "Hey, there's somebody over here. They're really shy. They don't want to like say anything. They don't want to do anything. Would you be willing to?" Once I have that too, like once I have like that bit of information, I'll run with that too. Because
Yeah.
like otherwise, I would have thought they would have just wanted to be left alone, you know. But like if somebody does give like that little like tip, that's great. Like run with it.
Is there anything that you would like steer clear from? You see a group and you're like, no, no, not yet.
I would steer clear of the people that are like heavily drinking for sure. Because
Okay.
like those those guys are gonna be fun, but not in the way you want it to be.
Right.
Um, if I'm at a corporate event, I would steer clear of anybody that just has like a kind of like a grimace on their face. Anybody that doesn't really look like they want to be there. Because they're like mentally they are having a bad time, and you
Yeah.
do not want to like catch them off guard either.
Yeah.
Um, typically for like weddings, um, probably the best people to stay away from are the people that are like eating.
For sure. Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that. Like, there's a lot of restaurant guys, like a lot of restaurant magicians, that I've seen that just go right up to people when they're in the middle of their meal. And no, don't.
It really limits the whole scenario. Like, it's hard for them to take a card. It's hard for you to lay stuff down on the table. Like, it's just
Right.
there's so much going on.
Plus, they just want to get back to their food.
Right.
Right. Like, if you
And
see
it's
food, anytime food is in front of somebody, that food is way more important than you.
yeah.
I don't care who you are. You could
Yeah.
be the king for all I care. You're no, this lamb roast is mine. Like, get away from me.
Yeah. What if you were at a wedding and you saw like a table of people and they clearly didn't know each other and they were just all on their phones and they're bored?
That's a really good one to go to for sure because they need an excuse to break the ice. They need an excuse to start engaging with people, and a lot of times people are very shy about that,
Yeah.
right? Like, um, funny enough, so I was actually at a buddy's wedding recently, and he couldn't decide whether he wanted to sit me at his magician friends table or his Ren Fair friends table. So knowing how much magicians actually bother me, he sits me at the magician table. Just to be funny. And I sit down, a bunch, like it's like I think there's like five other magicians at this table and like their partners. And no one wanted to talk to each other.
Do you recognize them? Do you know that? Like when you
No, I
sit
had
down,
no idea who any of these
you
people
didn't know
were.
that. Yeah.
I had
Okay.
no idea who any of these people were. They didn't know who any of these people were.
Yeah.
And what ended up breaking the ice was people found out that this is where like all the magicians were sitting. So once one of us started to perform, um that got the rest of the table like talking to each other.
Okay.
So, pretty much it's just the same for anyone else. Like if you see like a group of people that are like deep in their phones, they're not talking, and they clearly look uncomfortable or like awkward at the table, try breaking that ice for sure, because they could very well just be some people who don't know each other, and starting the conversation for them could probably be what they need, because like a lot of times people don't want to be the ones that like break the ice, you know.
Sure. Yeah.
No one wants to talk first, no one wants to go first,
Right.
so
Yeah.
just be the guy that goes first for them.
It's the line. Be the guy that goes first. Are you a firm believer in everyday carry, or are you just like, yeah, whatever day is the day? Like, do you like always go out the door with something on you?
No,
All right.
no, god no. I used to be. I definitely used to be. Like I was definitely like that guy that like needed to have the attention.
Yeah.
And then I learned, oh, people don't like that. So I now like for the most part, I leave the cards at home. I leave most things at home. And if somebody wants to see a magic trick, I'll do something impromptu.
Mhm.
So like I'll do like a trick with like my wedding ring. I'll do
Yeah.
something if I've got um like some cash in my pocket. I'll do something with like the cash that's in my wallet, or like a coin or something, because like everybody's got change.
Right.
So like literally just like a coin like from the hand that ends up on their shoulder. Perfect. Because like that's all they want. That's all they need. They don't need to see
Sure.
like a card trick all the time, you
Right.
know? Especially,
Yeah.
and it I feel like it carries more if it's something that like they have with them all the time. Because like it's one thing to be like, oh my god, you're a magician. Can you show me something? And you whip out the cards. They're like,
Sure.
oh, he was just waiting. Like he was
Just
just
waiting.
waiting for his
Yep.
turn, right? Whereas if you're just like, yeah, sure. You got a coin on you, or like,
Right.
can I borrow that napkin? Right? Then then that makes it not only like a little bit more special, but then like they feel like they got to see something super impressive while they caught you off guard.
Do people actually come up to you and tell you that they recognize you?
Yeah.
A lot, or
Not as frequently as people think.
sure.
But like every now and again I get stopped like, hey, I follow you online.
They
And
know who you are when they see you, like, or do they say,
yeah,
I know, recognize you, but like, or do they know who specifically? They say, oh, you're the magician.
a little bit of both.
Okay.
I actually got an example for both those instances. So I took my wife to this horror fest convention that was in Hartford, Connecticut. And while I was waiting to get like a snack, this dude comes over to me. He's like, I follow you online. I just wanted to say hi, shake your hand, just tell you like love you, and just
Yeah.
went on his way, right? And then and then the other examples, I was waiting at the barber. Granted, there's not much to go off of, but like, man, those guys know how to buff your head well. Um, and this guy was like, Kody? And
Mm.
I was like, I just perked up. I was like, yeah,
You're like, Mark?
right, right. Oh, hi, Mark. Like, he was like, I saw the tattoos. You looked familiar. I'm like, there's no way that's him. And I was like, hello, it's me. It's fun. It's definitely a really cool feeling for sure. Doesn't happen like every day, but when it happens, it's definitely special for sure.
Yeah.
And it's like it's a nice little reminder as to like why I do what I do, because like it's not like the attention specifically, it's like what people say to me that matters, because like these people are just like, like I watch you every day. I love your stuff. People tell me that like now I'm getting them into magic, which is insane. Like
Right.
actually insane. And then there's other people that are just like, I had like a horrible day, and watching your videos like really cheered me up. Um, and then just, other people are just thirsty, and that's not something I'm used to. So
What environment do you think you're in the most performing professionally? You're like doing corporate weddings, or is there one stream that you're kind of in more?
There's two, comedy clubs and Comic Cons.
Okay. Comic Con
Um,
would just be you walking around though, right? On the
no, so
no?
Comic Cons I do main stage shows.
Oh, you're doing a show. Okay.
I'm doing full shows. I
Got
do
it.
these show, so I do both of these. I do both these specific niches with a partner, like a different partner for both. For the Comic Cons, I perform with my buddy Michael OJ, um, who is he's another good magician, and he and I both just love like geek nerdy culture and just Comic Con's where it's at. And surprisingly, Comic Cons don't actually have like a lot of magic
No.
there,
Yeah.
which when they book us, anytime a con books us, they're always like, oh, this makes sense. Like we should have been doing this from the get. Cause like we're in these fandoms, right? Like
Right.
we're into like the anime, the Star Wars, the comic books, like all of it, right?
Yeah.
And we specifically cater our show to be nerdy themed. Like we just introduced a new bit to our show where we have like a prediction in an envelope, and when we take it out, the prediction inside, we had like four volunteers prior to this build a D&D character, and the D&D character is listed on the paper in the envelope,
Oh, that's
like
awesome.
to the T. It's so much fun. It's such a good time. Plus, like Comic Cons are just fun. It's such a
Sure.
fun, welcoming, and
Yeah.
just overall wholesome environment that I love and I've always loved. But now instead of being like a patron that has to like, spend thousands of dollars to go to these things, they're paying me to come to them, which is so nice. It's a nice little change of pace, we'll say.
Yeah.
And then comedy clubs is just that's just home for me. Like comedy clubs is where I feel the most comfortable. Because I've often been referred to as a not so much a magician, but more like a comedian that knows how to do magic.
Sure.
And that's honestly that's what I shot for. Like that's what I wanted from like day one. That's what I wanted. So I do the comedy club scene with another internet guy, Jack Grady. A lot of people would know him better as uh, the ass magic magician. Um, he he does the thing. He does the bottle glass. He did a video where he's like, we take a bottle, becomes a glass, where to go. It's in.
Okay.
He turns around, the bottle's just right up there, and
Oh,
he's he's gotten like 2 million followers collectively, like
wow.
everywhere. Yeah, he's killing it. Jack's absolutely killing it, and I love him to bits. He's such a cool guy. Chaotic little goblin on stage, but like in the most artistic way.
If you're
Um,
walk if you're walking around doing like corporate or weddings, like what are you carrying on you? Like how much are you loaded for bear? Do you have like 20 things and an invisible thread reel and like magnets, or what do you got on you?
so when I do, it's actually funny enough that you brought up corporate because I'll be doing the Hartford round of TEDx talks in December. And it's very like corporate speaker focused, so it's a really good chance, and I highly recommend any magician watching this to try and talk to their local TED to get the hang of this too, because it doesn't pay, but the experience is golden. You are not
Yeah.
going to get any better corporate experience for free. I swear to God.
Hmm.
Um, but usually, like my EDC for corporate stuff is a deck of cards that I have loaded with a dupe, like a duplicate of some kind. I have a couple rubber bands on my wrist, and like a Sharpie at the
Yeah.
very least. I don't need a lot. Honestly, I don't need a lot. I'll keep like a dollar bill in my wallet, and the same thing too. In my wallet will also be a paper clip. as well. I keep a paperclip so I can do Stairway by Marcus Eddy.
Yeah.
It's an older trick now, but like it kills every time I do it.
Yeah.
So I figure why not? I can keep it in my wallet, and my wallet's never not with me. So,
I just had that in my top five rubber band tricks. I
oh, did
posted it
you?
last week. Last week said stairway.
It's so good. Stairway's really good, and then I'll take this too as an opportunity because I've already got the bills and the rubber bands out. I'll sometimes move to Jacob's Ladder by Daniel Garcia.
Okay.
Um, Beautiful bill penetration through a rubber band. If you haven't seen it, it's fantastic. I do that one every chance I possibly can.
What's your
Um,
favorite reaction that you've gotten from a stranger?
I will hold on to this as long as I live. So, when I first got into Magic, I was working, like I said, I was working in the mall. I was I was like a supervisor for an old chain called Tivana. I don't know if you remember them or not.
Mm-mm.
Um, it was a loose leaf tea shop that was in malls all over the country,
Oh, okay. All
and then
right.
Starbucks bought them and then ran their business model into the ground because
I was at the nature store.
okay, yep, okay. So the reason why I bring Tivana up is because the layout of the building was glass, like glass walls, right?
Yeah.
Like two or three of those walls were just big glass panes, right? And there were a couple of guys that came to the shop. They were friends of like a cousin of mine, and I did just a sandwich trick for them. But I took it a step further. I put the card in their hand, and then I told them to go stand against the glass, and I went on the other side of the glass to do my part.
Mm.
Right, so like we had that like barrier between us.
Yeah.
Card changes in my hand. They look in their hand. It changes in theirs. They ran from the store all the way to the exit on the other side of the mall. Came running back, and they're like, "Do that again." It was
That's
beautiful.
great.
It was beautiful. Just running away, screaming like, "Oh hell no, the devil!" Like all of it. It's fantastic.
Yeah. We talked about or you mentioned staying away from drunk people earlier.
Hmm.
Like how do you handle like if you're at a table and you
Hmm.
can tell that there's one person who's either heckling you or they're trying to catch you out, like do you have an approach for that or a technique, advice?
Yeah. So you can do a couple of things. So I say avoiding drunk people, but like realistically, what I mean is like avoiding like the sloshed ones, like the ones that have clearly had one too many. They're being belligerent. They're being like a nuisance. Stay as clear away from them as much as you can. Right? If someone's tipsy or like
Sure.
appropriately drunk, then like that's one thing because like those are the best people to do magic for sure. Or if they're high, but that's not the point. But like uh if they're being just belligerent and they're heckling you,
Yeah.
the first thing to do would honestly just be to try to ignore them. Like, don't give them the power. Don't let them have any semblance of them getting under your skin. Because the second they sense that, you're cooked. You're toast. You're not coming back from that, right? If they keep persisting, I will try to make a joke just at their expense. Just nothing major, just like a subtle kind of like just like a subtle jab that like
Right.
everyone else at the table will laugh at and just kind of like give them like a a blip of embarrassment so they kind of like back away a little bit. But if they just keep going, honestly, the best thing in my opinion is just do like a gotcha trick. Like I saw this like years ago on a talk show. I forget which magician did it. I wish I could give the proper credit, but they were doing just like an Erdnase change,
Yeah.
and they were saying that like when they do the change right and they change it back, what they're doing is as they change the card, they palm it. It's in their
Okay.
hand. It's palmed here. So when they push the card back, they just drop it off and it looks good, right? It's always fun. It's always great. But then like there's people sometimes like this guy over here who would see the card changed and then they think, oh well, it's in their hand. So then you just hold on to my hand and then they're left with nothing or something along those lines. I saw a guy
Yeah.
just force like a blank card that said I on it. Sorry, I don't know if I can swear or not on here. I apologize. Um, we can bleep that out.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, like it's just like a blank card they wrote on a Sharpie with that just says like I'm this, and everyone gets a kick out of it, and then they just shut up the rest of the night.
Yeah.
So it
Um,
it, it help it helps to be prepared, but also like experience is the best teacher.
right.
So like the more you do it, the more you're going to learn what works best for you. These are just things that work best for me. So like
Yeah.
they're not necessarily going to work for other people because my style of performing is not going to be like everyone else's. So just the more for anyone watching, the more you do it and like the more you interact with people like this, the more you are going to learn and the more you are going to pick up on what works better for you and what doesn't.
Yeah. Do you do you ever still like have a trick go wrong?
Yeah, every now and again. There have been times where like I tried to do a like some kind of a trick where like I gotta like force a card or something and they don't take the force. They'll just like pick whatever they want. And from there I just kind of like go into something else real quick. Like if I haven't done it yet, I'll just go into like an ambitious card. Um it's that's to me that's probably like the fastest out if like a force doesn't really work in your favor. Um if like I think like a really good example here. It's been a minute since like I've had like a proper like big like whoops a daisy moment.
Yeah.
Um actually no, great example. So I'll do a cube routine in my like stage show. And a buddy of mine, Nick Popa, showed me a really great way on how to have the cube solved in the spectators' hands behind their back on
Right.
stage, right? So I started implementing that into my show, and I had a woman who didn't follow my directions like
Right.
at all, right? So her cube was just mixed up. It was scrambled. There was no fixing it, right? There was no coming out of it. And what was really funny was I saw the permutation, like I saw the way the cube was like mixed up, and it was maybe like 4 turns away from being solved. So I just kind of played it off, and I was like, "Oh, well, like you were close." Like everyone got a little laugh out of it, right? And I just kind of like did those turns really quick. I tossed it in the air, caught it, and it was solved.
Mm,
It's just how you play it off.
yeah.
So,
Do you
but
ever
it's
do you ever do tossed out deck?
tossed out deck.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not sure I'm familiar.
Where you throw the deck out in the audience and everyone takes a peek at a card and then you name the cards that they're looking at.
No, that's cool though.
Oh.
Sorry, I
Well,
don't think I've never even heard of that. That's insane.
oh, okay. Um,
Again,
well,
I've
I
only been
get
at this for like 12 years, man.
sure. I guess my scenario would be like you have four people up there on stage with you, and
Mhm.
then you said like, oh, you were thinking of a triangle, and you were thinking of a dog, and you were thinking of the three of clubs, and the last person says, no, I wasn't thinking of the three of clubs. Like, how would you get out of something where they just
Oh,
they did their own thing?
so there's a really cool thing that you can definitely do. So like in that case, what I would do, I would take the cards back out, right? I would start looking through them, right? So like let's say like you do that thing like you had the three of clubs and they're like wrong, right? You're like
Yeah.
okay, and I just like go through the cards like what do you mean? Like what card did you have? And they would be like I don't know like 7 of diamonds, right? And I'm like what are you 7 of diamonds? Like out of all of the really? So like I would just like find a way to like put it to the top real quick and just grab it. And
Hmm.
honestly, No one ever catches this. You just go through the cards, right? If you just say like eight of hearts, you go through the cards, find the eight of hearts, pull it out, right? Just do that.
Yeah.
You're on top, and then you can do whatever you want at that point, honestly. Like if someone was like, like, oh no, I had the eight of hearts, I could just mercury fold it, load it into my mouth, and cough it out, and then that's a great way to end that.
Okay.
Just find a really good way, like just go through them, like I said, just find whatever they look, just do that. No one cares. No one
Right.
cares. No one catches you. No one's gonna say anything because they have no idea what's happening or even what you're looking at.
Right.
So like they have no way to actually like prove anything or like say like, oh, haha, yeah, you almost have it. No, no one knows. So like I would say in like that instance, that's a great way to get out of that.
Yeah.
Because now like you have a new like they tried to make a fool out of you, but then you get a really cool reveal moment that nobody else was expecting.
Yeah. Do you have any rules as far as like your spectator's comfort level?
Yeah, so comfort levels are actually like a huge thing for me. I don't like it when people are uneasy or uncomfortable. So, if someone's on stage with me and they're starting to get a little uncomfortable, I'll try to like shift my tone just a little bit so that way they can tell like I'm on your side here. Like I need them to understand that like I'm here for them, right? Like
Yeah.
it takes a lot to come up on stage in and of itself. Not everyone is as comfortable as we are being in front of a large group of people, right? So as like the showman, it's our duty to make sure that people who join us feel as comfortable as possible, right?
Right.
So it's all in like the tone of your voice, the way you present yourself to them. So like a handshake, eye contact is huge, right? Like if you have I really hate to say it, and I apologize, just like if you have like a really good looking woman on stage, don't do this, right? You can't.
Sure.
You can't do that. That is a
Right.
huge no-no.
Yeah.
These you just got to treat every single person that comes on stage like a person. Just treat them like a person, like a homie, like a friend, and just be calm, collected, and they usually follow through. Um, I will say too, there's plenty, and I'm sure you've seen this before doing shows. If you're like, I need help from someone in the audience, and people start pointing to someone else, right?
Yeah.
Clearly, they don't want to go, right? Their hand's not up.
They're right.
They don't want to go up on stage.
It's
Don't
their
pull that person on
birthday.
stage. I will
Yeah.
never pull the person that's being pointed to on stage, ever. Instead, I'll pull the person doing the pointing on stage. Because my line is if you volunteer someone, you're going to get voluntold. Because don't make them uncomfortable. Now you're the one that's going to have to do all this. So it's
Right.
just it just like I don't know what it is. There were some people who just get like really anxious about coming up on stage and they don't want to do it. So when someone starts to like mess with them and be like, pick them, pick them, pick them, and you pick their friend that was like messing with them a little bit, they love you even more
Mhm.
because now you didn't make them uncomfortable. You didn't put them in an awkward position they didn't want to be in the first place. And instead, the friend that was trying to troll them is now the one that got trolled a little bit, and it's just fun. It's the fun time for everybody.
Yeah. Um, okay. Do you ever try to make like a memory for someone? Like, do you want your people to like leave with just like, oh, like he was like a really good magician? Or do you ever like give them something to hold? Like, are you leaving ambitious cards with
Mm.
people? Are you like are you leaving business cards with people? Like, how are you building a memory in with them so, as for
Yeah.
their takeaway for their takeaway?
So, when I do a lot of close-up work, I hand cards out like it's no one's business, right? Not business cards, but like playing cards, because um, I'm gonna throw away most of my decks by like the end of the week. Like they get like a good run through them, or my 4-year-old touches them, in which case their lifespan got cut by like 4 days, and I'll just go ahead and I'll do like a lot of signing tricks, give it to them, and they get to keep it. It's a great memory. I get people that I see years later, they take out like their phone, and inside their case is the card from like years ago.
Yeah.
And they're like, I want you to know I never got rid of this. So I'll give away a lot of cards during like close up stuff. During a show, though, honestly, my goal isn't to have anybody remember like tricks that I do. I want them to remember me
Right.
because I honestly think the best compliment that a magician can get, and this was a lesson that I learned when I first like getting like mentored. The best compliment that a magician can get is when an audience leaves the show and they're like, "Wow, that was a really good show. I got to tell my friend, hey, I saw this really cool magician the other night. Like, wow, what kind of tricks did he do?" I don't know. I don't remember. I just remember he was really, really good.
Yeah.
That's like the best compliment probably ever because it's not the magic that's doing the talking then. It's you.
Right.
It's you as the performer. And that's gonna do so much more for you than a perfect like cups and balls routine ever will. Right? Because like
Yeah.
people who remember guys like Ricky Jay aren't going to remember the way he handled cards. They're going to remember the way that he presented himself in front of a crowd. Right? They're going to remember going to see him perform and feeling like they were in like a college lecture the entire time. Right? Like, sure, his skills and his performance was like unmatched. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do better than Ricky Jay ever. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe Jason LeDanny, but like that's not the point. And um, but like no one who remembers Ricky Jay is gonna immediately go off and be like, oh, his um his McDonald's Aces was the best I've ever seen in my life. Right? They're gonna be like, he was like one of the most well spoken, well educated magic historians who brought that to his show.
Yeah.
Like I remember his quip about Hocus Pocus Jr. better than I remember him doing a bit with an automaton on stage.
Yeah.
So, um, realistically, just on stage, like my goal is to just make sure that people remember me. Like that's it. So like I just try to make my show be the best memory that they can have.
Yeah.
So I know I kind of like rambled a little bit on that. I apologize. I got lost in the sauce for a second there.
Right. So you got a magician and they're learning on YouTube just like you and they feel really comfortable performing tricks for like their mom and their brother and they got like five buddies out on the playground or two people working in the kitchen at Taco Bell,
Yeah.
but they have yet to get out and like actually perform in front of someone that they don't know or to cold walk up to somebody. Like what advice would you give them about just starting?
Just do it. Honest to God, just do it. Like the nerves, it's the scariest thing isn't actually doing it. The scariest thing is the anticipation you build up here. Because now you just end up psyching yourself out and that's more scary or that's scarier than anything that could possibly happen with the spectator themselves, right?
Right.
Like if you're just at like the park and you want to just go do some magic for somebody playing like frisbee golf or walking their dog, go ahead. Just go ahead, dude. Like it's gonna be awkward at first, but you're never going to do it until you start. And once you start, the rest will be history.
Yeah.
That's it. That's really it. Just start. Just do it. Like the nerves go away with time, but like just do it. Like don't be scared. They're not going to bite you. They're not going to shoot you.
Right.
They might call you a demon if you do it well enough, but that's a compliment in our field. Like just do it. That's all you got to do.
If you had a student and they didn't know any tricks and you were going to teach them, I'm going to teach you one trick just so you can get out there and start performing magic. Like what one trick would you want someone to start learning that they could do in front of a stranger that would get a good reaction, in your opinion?
Shapeshifter change. Honestly,
Like, what do
just
you mean?
like literally, like I wouldn't even teach them like a full like routine. I would just teach them how to do a color change and just let them go off with that.
Just like the Earth days, like you were doing a second ago. Is
Yeah, literally,
that what you mean?
if you just had like if you just teach somebody how to do like a quick little like one of these, like that's
Right.
good. That's good enough.
Right.
Like,
Blaine did that on TV.
right. Blaine did that on TV for years. Like I would either teach them how to do that, or I would teach them like if they wanted like an actual like routine they could use, probably just a sandwich trick.
Sandwich trick.
Yeah, because like the sandwich that one I've been using that since I got started in 2013. Like I've carried that with me for 12 years since I got started, and to this day it still kills. So like just learn one color change, learn how to do a sandwich trick, and you're fine.
Okay. We want to do some quick fire questions?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Favorite card in the deck?
King of Spades.
Okay. What would you prefer? Like coins, cards, or mentalism?
Cards.
Cards. Okay.
Cards.
You like being on stage more than walking around on the floor?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably because you feel more in control of the environment, right?
yeah, I'm also just a glutton for attention. So
Yeah.
yeah, just concentrating all that on stage is great.
What's the most awkward place you've ever performed?
Um Public restroom.
Oh, not on purpose. Like they must have asked you.
Oh yeah. Like
You getting cold?
someone saw me go into a stall. They were like knock knock. Are you the magician? Yeah. Can you show us something? I'm busy right now.
That's the wrong question in this environment.
Right. I literally had them pick a card from underneath like the door. Oh, it was great. I did it for the bit, for sure, because now they have a story. But like, fantastic. Don't do that though. If you're watching,
No,
don't ever do that. Don't
no,
ever actually do that. I'm
no.
stupid. Don't follow my example. Just
Most
it was honestly just for the bit. But yeah, sorry.
most famous person you've done magic for?
Uh, Diedrich Bader,
I'm guessing sports.
voice
Who's that?
actor.
Voice actor.
Voice
Okay.
actor. He played Batman in Batman the Brave and the Bold.
Ah, okay. Okay. Did you know it?
Um
Did you know it was him at the time?
yeah, it was at a it was literally at Kineticon. He was
Got it.
at his like table and I'm just like and he was like, okay. He just rolled with it.
Yeah. What's your favorite magic book or resource?
I'm gonna sound basic as hell for this one, but expert at the card table.
Yeah,
I
really?
it's the holy grail, man. And like I just I just love I'm always fascinated by the ideology of cheating and rigging card games.
Tough book, though. That is a tough book.
Oh, it's horrible to read. Absolutely horrible to read. But the information, you're not gonna find it anywhere else. Like
Yeah,
you're not gonna get that kind of information anywhere else.
yeah, that's
So
true.
probably that or the card college series.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
So you can only perform one trick for the rest of your life. What are you going to perform?
I know for a fact that everybody watching wants me to say like the card to watch. But one trick for the rest of my life. Joshua Jay's Phantom deck.
Oh, okay.
I
Wow.
found I found a way to do it without a deck switch, and it's the only way that I do it now, and it kills. So I will take that to my grave.
What would be a dream place to perform? Like, oh man, if I could ever perform there, that'd be the best. Doesn't even have to be in America. It could be anywhere.
I did not study for these questions. I apologize. Um, I would probably have to say some kind of like red carpet, like movie premiere event
Oh, okay.
for sure.
Yeah. Like the Oscars.
Yeah, yeah. The Oscars, the Emmys, like an Avengers premiere for God's sake. Like I'll take whatever, man.
Yeah.
Just red carpet, bunch of celebrities. You tell me I get to freak out Scarlett Johansson, I'll take it. Like let's go.
How would you finish this sentence? Magic is,
Secondary.
oh, okay.
Magic is and should be a secondary for whatever performance medium you are trying to go for. You are not a comedy magician. You are a comedian that knows magic. You are not a dramatic magician. You are a storyteller that knows magic. Like, magic should be the secondary, not the primary. The best magicians in the world, I don't think they like had that philosophy specifically, but if you watch how they perform, it's exactly that.
Yeah.
It's exactly that. They just happen to know magic.
Right. Yeah. That's really good.
Thank you.
I like that.
Thank you. I carry that with me everywhere I go.
Well, you got any like socials or anything you want to promote? Tell people where to go to find you?
Oh, sure, man. I mean, I'm online everywhere. I've got no actual social life. My social life is on social media. Let's go. Um, y'all can find me anywhere between Facebook, if you're old, Instagram, if you're a millennial, uh, TikTok, YouTube. It's all under the guise of Hildebrand Magic.
At
Um,
Hildebrand Magic. Yeah.
at Hildebrand Magic. That is it. That is the name. That is the brand. That is the Hildebrand. That is what we're going with.
Well, that's even your .com or your hildebrandmagic.com, right?
That is literally my website,
Yeah.
hildebrandmagic.com. Yeah.
There you go. All right. Cool. Hey, thanks for talking to me and thanks for hanging out with me today.
Thanks for having me, man. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was great talking to you. We
Likewise.
should we should talk more.
We should. We should. I agree.
All right, man. Thanks.
Thanks, brother. Cheers.